And they all got the fuzzy dice hanging from...
Oh, look at that Cadillac. My goodness. Not Cadillac,
man.
Look at that Corvette.
Yeah, that's...
Sorry, I got that wrong.
Well,
that's a Corvette club coming
Yeah,
through.
right there,
Yeah.
right.
Just lots and lots of Shriners. A good shot of their greeting float right there. Enthusiastically greeting. Here come their Corvettes. Here come their Corvettes.
Yeah, this is probably one of the more well-known or better-known groups within the Shriners is the Vet Club. I'm laughing because you can't see on the TV, but one of the greeters went by and he pulled up his pant leg and he's got these knee-high red socks with Huskers written on them.
He's a big fan. This guy's a bigger fan than you, Tori.
Well, hey, you know, I know the worth of the Huskers in this state. I learned it quickly with one of the first jobs I had here. So
Nice.
You're such a big Husker fan. You have a website.
I do. I love watching Husker football.
Shameless self-promotion for Darren Carlson and his friends that run that website.
There's a good shot of the Corvette driver. Excited to be in the parade.
But I'll tell you what, you come over that little rise just past Cornhusker coming south on 84th, and you look down, and you're looking right through downtown Papillion. We're looking north right now as the vehicles
You see the Lutheran
come through,
church in the background there, north of our location.
Well, that's a heck of a sight when you come down.
Yeah, it is. It's a great shot of a Stingray. Right there. If I had to pick one car, that might be it. That's
I've always
nice
wanted
looking
one. Yeah, it's the true American sports car. There's no question about it. But if I'm this guy, he's the last guy in line. We're seeing him. He's got those little racing cars behind him doing figure eights. I'd be a little nervous.
Yeah, it's like, hey, easy on me. I'm gonna be running my rear end here. Here comes their bus. That's the Shrine Bowl unit. That's the players are familiar with. You see the football in the back. Everyone knows the Shrine Bowl for the All-Star game here in Nebraska.
Yeah, they do a lot of work to make sure that that event is a good event. And I can brag and say I played in a Shrine Bowl. The only one overseas when I was in the service. We played football overseas, and they actually had a Shrine Bowl.
Wow,
yeah.
I didn't know that. Little known fact about my colleague Tori.
It's the only Shrine Bowl out of the continental United States.
That's a nice looking float. You see a great shot of the football in the back. That's really great. And they're, of course, blaring Hail Varsity.
Well, of
Weird.
course. What else would they be playing?
Look at the shot right there. That flag, that American flag is just
That's
humongous.
awesome.
That is what a great look at that football. You see the cars right there. Something right by us and something away from us.
What I like about that flag is that's not slow motion, folks. That's exactly how the flag is waving in the air.
Yeah. There is a tremendous classic car right in front of us.
Yeah, that convertible Buick is just... Yeah, it's a throwback.
Here comes their locomotive. So now we've had 2 trains in the parade.
That's right. That is correct.
Second load of locomotives. So Tangier Center locomotive.
The Mobile Nobles. Yeah, you can't have a parade in this area without the Shriners. It's just not going to happen. Of course, all the kids are motioning for the driver to blow that whistle.
He's happy to accommodate, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I tell you, one year their presence at Papillion Days was kind of limited because we happened to fall on the date of the Shrine Bowl.
That's true.
Was it 2 years ago or a year ago? One of the two. We had but they still had somebody here, but just not as extensive.
Right.
Right. But it just kind of coincided that year.
Well, these Indy race cars now.
They take a few more chances, I think, than the 57s are all kind of moving around. So these guys are zipping it pretty good. There's a little miniature, the little hooker, their miniature tow truck. If you're gonna have miniature cars, you gotta have a miniature tow truck.
Why not? Yeah, that fits.
There's some clowns.
I kind of find it redundant that the Shriners would actually have clowns for their merriment. That just is kind of redundant to me. But anyway, They have a great group of guys. Their attitudes are always. I know this isn't an official thing, but I've always thought to be a Tangier, one of the requirements was you have to have a great outgoing personality. I have never met a shy Shriner. I can tell you that.
Well, and there's a great shot. They've got a kind of a Keystone Cops part of their production here, and they're spraying water on the crowd, which on a day like today is surprisingly refreshing. It's downright warm right now.
Yeah, a little humid, but very, very tall.
There's a good shot of the Keystone Cops. Oh, they got him. Oh, they got him good.
Oh yeah, I love slapstick. I always have, and these guys do a good job.
Yeah. That's a nice shot of the whole group there. There's the Keystone Cops.
Just don't spray the water this way. The equipment wouldn't take it.
Yeah, it's funny. You wouldn't know it. A lot of the monitors and equipment are covered in plastic because we were scared to death of getting rain.
That's right.
There's a nice shot of a classic Chevy police car.
Yeah, that's the Shriners. Another part of the Shriners.
This is one of my favorite entries, Tori. This is the Mount Calvary Marching Knights. And these kids put on a show. You see the age ranges. They have kids as young as 2, and they go up to as old as 25. Mount Calvary Marching Knights drill team.
And they've made a lot of appearances over the last few years. They're one of the newer marching groups, but well, I'll tell you right there, they work a lot. You just don't show up and do this. You have to practice at this.
Drum line and a step group and a marching unit. You do a great job.
Well, you know, when they're here, you're always going to get up-tempo. There's nothing laid back about them.
They travel all across the country. They were actually the Midwest Regional Champions for 2011 in a competition. So.
Joining us now is Mayor David Black, and he's really getting into the drum beat here. And, Mayor, I'm sorry to interrupt your getting into with the beat.
You didn't interrupt this.
No, I know, but
It's like the best part of the parade.
Yeah, they're one of my favorites, absolutely.
This is one of my favorites.
So what do you think? Mother Nature tried to throw us a curve, and I think we hit it.
And I mean, the whole time I'm looking at radar all morning, it's like it's gonna rain at 2 o'clock.
Well, I think we've done a good job to be able to handle it, and I know Thursday night was kind of unfortunate for everybody, but the luncheon was great. Everybody wants to do what they need to do, and everybody's taking part, and we're making it work.
You talk about Thursday night, and that was a bad situation, but I think that reinforces how serious we take these events with both police and our professional fire and EMS. I think it's comforting for people to know, understand the serious plans we have behind us, up to and including the point. If we had to evacuate a parade route, those plans are in place. And we had a meeting even as of 11:30 to think through the contingencies and was everybody on the same page. So it's a fun event, but it's a very serious event.
What do you think about the crowd, huh?
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, looking at the radar and you looked at the skies before this at 1 o'clock, I thought people aren't going to come out. And it all of a sudden is just beautiful. And you look down that parade route, and that's the traditional picture we have of downtown Papillion and Papillion. It is just amazing the number of people that are out.
Okay, finally then, for the people who weren't at your luncheon, you made a great statement about 65 years and you don't get there just by hanging around. You have to be active and community-minded, and we have been.
Well, I mean, you talk about sense of community and small-town feel. Sometimes those can be nebulous concepts, but it's very real. It is those things that cause 65-year traditions that people plan their vacations and come home for this tradition.
Right. Oh, thanks a lot for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you at work, I guess, huh?
Appreciate it.
All right,
We're
thank
looking
you.
at a shot of the Papillion La Vista Community Theater. It's their 6th year of operation, and this year shows Annie Get Your Gun. You can see their Western-themed hats and targets. You can see the logo, the Annie Get Your Gun logo on their shirts.
Yeah, they're going to have it out at Sumter Theater out of July 12th through the 15th, and then again the 19th, 20th, and 21st, and the show starts at 8 p.m. And for those of you who haven't been to Sumter Theater yet, you need to get out there. Great place, great venue.
It's a great fit. It's a great place to watch a show.
Yes.
And it's a natural fit to have a community theater do it out there since it's a public facility. Here's Jackson Unit Tax Service and their kind of signature balloon float. You see that all over the place.
Yeah, their hot air balloon. That really, you see that and you know what it is.
Yeah, it's becoming synonymous, that red and white look and the stripes.
Talk about branding or franchise of the mind. That does it.
Yeah. There's a good shot of that big balloon. The waggly guy on top of it. You'll see those everywhere too. My 2-year-old daughter makes me drive by those kind of balloon men. She thinks they're hilarious. So she's like,
that's cool.
balloon guy, she calls him.
Balloon guy.
She's 2. That's what it's like to be 2. Here's Girl Scouts Spirit of Nebraska. They founded in 1912, the Girl Scouts of the United States. They're the preemptive leadership organization for girls. How many members they have? 3 million. 3.3 million
That's a
Girl
lot.
Scouts.
Yeah. I don't know too many people who weren't involved in Girl Scouts. I mean, my wife, both my girls.
It's a K through 12 organization touring.
Yes.
This year they're celebrating their 100th anniversary with more than 50 million American women can say they were part of the organization. So, like you said, you can barely think of somebody that were Girl Scouts. 50 million Girl Scouts over 100 years.
And
remarkable.
They have the lower for the younger kids, brownies, and they even have daisies. And that's even for the real little kids.
You visit their website, girlscoutsnebraska.org.
RNC Antique Tractors, they are an annual part of Papillion Days. We've seen them year in, year out. Their tractors are made from 1936 through 1959. Most of them, though, are from the 1940s, which fits with our theme this year.
The fabulous 40s.
That's
65
right.
years of Papillion Days.
And the tractors consist of the smaller horsepower of each brand. Ron and Carlene driving the tractors along with their daughters and son-in-laws, Jen and Chris Cotham of Papillion, and Tara and Steve Arquette of Papillion. So, RNC tractors, and they do a good job to keep them running, looking good, and that's their passion.
That is a labor of love, Tori. Keep those antique vehicles going, maintaining it, parts. I mean, that's.
Oh yeah, especially the older ones.
There's a neat shot of the little girl. She's excited riding the back of that wagon, just waving like crazy. Oh, to be young and riding a parade, that's fantastic.
Well, it's neat. You go down the street, you see people on both sides looking at you. Yeah. Some of them waving at you. So
yeah, that's neat. Those are great tractors. I mean, going back in the 30s and 40s and 50s. I bet. People are going on brand awareness. Tractors and colors. Nebraska's a farm community. Some people are green tractor people. Some people are red tractor people. And, I know some people are still wish they, Alice Chalmers with their orange tractors, which is right in front of us right there. Yeah, the signature colors, those farm implement equipments, people take that real seriously. They're brand loyalists. Here's something you know a lot about.
Yeah, the 57 Police Department 57 Chevy Dare car that won the Kids' Choice Award in the National Dare Conference last year in Nashville, Tennessee, driven by Dare Officer Tony Foster, who is also joined by Michaela Lambert, who won the Dare Essay of the Year this year. Of all the schools in this area that have Dare, that Officer Foster teaches, he takes what he thinks are the best essays, and then he gives them to the mayor and the city administrator, and they look and they pick what they feel is the best one, and Michaela won it.
Yeah, that's great. That car is, well known in the community, and congratulations to Michaela. Hey, here's Cub Scout Pack 359.
Speaking of scouting.
Yes, they're located at St. Columkill in Papillion, and they're proud to be in the parade. And their pack is dedicated to teaching young boys the importance of duty to God and country, to do their best and to have fun.
And that's
pretty
what it's
good,
about.
Yeah. Pretty good motto.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, that'll do it. And they got a nice looking float there. Patriotic.
S with the red, white, and blue punting.
There's another Cub Scout pack. It's Cub Scout pack 206 right there behind him.
We actually have a strong scouting contingency.
Yes,
in this area.
yes, there
Very
is.
strong.
The Omaha area and Papillion specifically, lots of scouting. That's a great organization. Their sponsors are walking alongside, and there's other people handing out candies and stickers. Nice shot of the whole group. There's a lot of volunteer labor on the parts of dads and well-intended men in the community helping kids learn scouting. There's Cub Scout Pack 60 right behind them. Those are kids mostly from the Hickory Hills Elementary area and the Terra Heights Elementary area.
And
they're excited. They got their squirt guns. Don't squirt us, guys, now.
Their claim to fame is they are the oldest pack in the city. They are Papillion's oldest Cub Scout pack. So there's a lot of history there. It goes way back.
They're having some fun. Shooting water at people, and people are welcoming it. It's warmed up. It's remarkable how nice it is.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're that age, being encouraged to shoot water at people just standing there.
Yeah, that's pretty easy targets, right?
There's
the
Cub Scout Tiger.
Inflatable. People love those inflatables. Like my daughter calls them, balloon guys.
Yeah, balloon guys. I've
they're
actually
throwing
seen people get pretty creative when they're in those things.
Yeah,
it's
the
amazing.
little red stands on his head and does all that
Yeah.
stuff. I'm not sure I could do that, but there's a nice shot of the Cub Scout inflatable. That's a real tiger. That's not a person.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you. I wasn't
Don't
sure.
ruin the image, the illusion. Here come the Omaha Storm Chasers.
Probably, well, easily one of the newest residents of Papillion.
I would
We
say
can
they're
that way.
one of the most visible residents of Papillion.
There's no question
That is
about
an important and well-known change. They used to be the Omaha Royals, moved down here to Sarpy County. And, their stadium located just outside of Papillion along Highway 270. The Omaha Storm Chasers in their truck. They've got their mascot. They want people to join them June 27th for a 3-game series against New Orleans. And then they play Albuquerque later that week in a 4-game set. So,
Yeah, the Isotopes come into town.
ooh, yes.
And we just got to look. Oh, we're looking
I think their
at
next
them
game's
now.
against Memphis. They play Memphis June 19th. They're leading their division right now.
Oh, yeah,
They
I
won the
mean-
championship last year, 11 Pacific Coast League last year. Championship rings, baby.
I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed when the American Association dried up and that franchise had to decide where they wanted to go, and they chose the PCL, and it worked out well for them.
Yeah.
All right, just moments ago, we saw Baylor Insurance Agency and Associates, and now we got a shot of the Acapricio Dance Company.
They've been in the Papillion La Vista area since 1998. And they provide all kinds of dance classes. You have tap, jazz, ballet, tumbling, even hip-hop. That'll appeal to you, Tori.
Yes,
hip-hop
maybe
dancing.
I need to take some hip-hop lessons.
And they do everything from ages 2 all the way up to adults. And there's a good shot of some of the girls doing the dance. And they say it's all about boosting kids' self-confidence, which is another great mission. There's certainly confident young girls in the parade today. They're excited.
Yeah, and I think the message is important too. That you don't have to be the world's greatest dancer.
Still be confident.
They have just be confident that you can just get out there and do it. Jeremy Kinsey for school board is next. He's a longtime resident of La Vista, and of course we have that dual school district, Papillion La Vista. Jeremy and his wife Jennifer have 4 sons, 3 who are currently students in the PLV school district. Their oldest son recently graduated from Papillion La Vista High School, the Monarchs. And Jeremy, obviously you can tell by the banners, once you get out there, and if you are eligible to vote, we want you to get to the polls.
Yep, there's a lot in front of the school district right now.
Oh, no kidding.
A well-known, well-publicized bond issue. Papillion's a growing community, Tori, and La Vista is growing as well. And the school district is looking in what way, and how best to expand, whether it's new facilities, new programs. So they're looking at doing a bond issue.